Greetings, dear friends. Happy Monday to you, and happy Labor Day weekend to all of my North American friends and family. Trust you had a lovely weekend and are really enjoying the stepping into this new month. This is us with our usual Monday check-in, doing our Mastering Your Mindset session. I like to use 4 different decks of cards to just kind of help us really ease into this idea of mastering your mindset. But before we start drawing cards, I like to just feel into the phases of the moon. And what we're influenced this week, it actually happens today. I really like it when I get to talk to you on the day of the event itself. So today we have the new moon in the sign of Virgo. And this is a very auspicious new moon. They're all auspicious in their own right. But this one in particular, like thinking about stepping into September. I don't know about you, but September feels like a new beginning. September is the time where, of course, the kids go back to school, but it's also when we start to realize that we are almost 3/4 of the way through 2024. How does that feel for you? And of course, now that we've got the blessing of a new moons are about really contemplating and planting seeds and setting intentions. But like I said, with that extra oomph, if you like, of the energy from September, it's about really looking at calibrating and getting in touch with the depths of who you are. Are the intentions that you're setting, are they coming from your head and the woulda, coulda, shoulda, or are you actually stepping into alignment with your essence, with your heart energy, with that which is whispering and kind of helping you choose and maybe even course correct if you need to? When we get into the power of a new moon, it's all about planting seeds that we wish to experience, to fulfill, to develop, to evolve with for the next 6 months. This is until the full moon in Virgo, which is roughly 6 months. The other thing makes this very powerful is that this is the last new moon before we step into an eclipse season. As we're going to step into an eclipse season, this is about really up-leveling our understanding and our commitment and our acknowledgement that we are spiritual beings first. First and foremost, we are souls having this experience. Now, sometimes that means that it's about stepping into, are you listening? Are you listening to your own inner guidance? And that doesn't come from our head, and it doesn't come from listening to other people's agendas or ideas or even systems. It's about even if you follow somebody else's ideas, even if you listen to what I'm saying to you and suggesting to you, it's important to then run it through your own filter. If you've been with me on these sessions before, you know that one of my favorite questions to suggest you use is, how does this make me feel about me? So let's say I suggest to you to use a technique, to do some journaling or to do some tapping or to do some intention setting. It's then important for you to try it on and see, how does it make you feel about you? Does it make you feel aligned? Does it make you feel authentic? Does it make you feel tapped into your own inner wisdom? Or does it make you feel discombobulated or off course, or like you're listening to somebody else's ism or agenda? Because if that's the case, then it's time to put it down. The new moon is a beautiful time to just really feel into that. So if you have any questions or this discombobulates you or confuses you in any way, let me know. Put it in the comments below or message me directly, because I think it's so important to really step into listening more to your own inner guidance. That's kind of what inspires me to come and have these sessions and these conversations with you. Okay, all that being said, let's start pulling some cards, shall we? Regardless of what phases of the moon that we're influenced by, I like to start us off with using my letting go guidance system. Because you see, when we take a wee moment to assess, to look for clarity, to check in with ourselves, to actually set intentions, there's usually something that comes up that's not of our preference, that's not serving us anymore, that was part of an old paradigm, but now it doesn't serve us or suit us. So that's kind of where I'm coming from with this idea of, as we get clarity on setting the best intentions, on aligning with the truth of who we are, what can we focus on letting go in order to really feel into and acknowledge and honor that clarity? So what can we focus on letting go of under the beautiful guidance of this new moon in Virgo? And this is I like how the cards sometimes have senses of humor, because the card that's come up for us on this one is story that you're telling or that you're listening to. So isn't that perfect? I'm saying to you that this new moon in Virgo is actually allowing you, it's almost like it's calling you back home to your inner guidance. So are you being detracted or distracted by some story that's part of an outmoded paradigm that doesn't suit you anymore? I know in my own evolution, I can sometimes be, carrying on doing something in a certain method or a certain way. And when I tune into it, I kind of go, oh, wait, that doesn't feel right anymore. It's not my preference anymore. You may have heard me talk about journaling. I actually often talk about journaling. And I can take long, long sabbaticals from journaling. It's not always my thing. But then when I step back into it, it's full on for me. But if I told myself a story of I had to, then it wouldn't really land properly, because I don't have to. You don't have to journal. Do you choose to? Does it feel right? So really pay attention to the stories that you're telling, or the chatter that's kind of making you do something in a specific way. Is it a should? And if it's a should, maybe it's time to investigate, to say, okay, maybe I just need to acknowledge this and say, this isn't part of who I am now. Thank you. That's actually a really important part around the letting go process that I often talk about, is to acknowledge it with appreciation, with gratitude. It's one of the best ways that I know to actually kind of unhook something that may have got you stuck, or something that's got you believing that you have to do it in a certain way. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, if you need any further guidance or support, just let me know. So as I was saying that, I love this. I was shuffling my tarot cards, and the card that's come up for us is the High Priestess. I love this one. So that's actually perfect accompaniment for a new moon. The new moon, the dark moon, this is really, really encouraging all of us to go deeply into the whisper of your higher self. This, when we get into setting intentions, I think it's really important to really visit with your head, your heart, and your higher self. The High Priestess there, I feel like that's really a piece to honor. A story could be coming from your head, but with your heart, you could maybe say, thank you, I don't need to listen to that story anymore, or it's outmoded or outdated or past tense. And your higher self, the High Priestess, may be trying to whisper something that's part of your best intention, part of your best way forward, and gives you some of that clarity for the rest of 2024. What do you want to experience? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up as? And are you showing up as the authentic, brilliant, beautiful, gifted persona, soul that you are? Take a deep breath. Lots of pieces here. I told you this was a big step into a new change for all of us. So just taking a nice deep breath, I'm going to pull 3 of the Healing with the Angel cards. And then, as always, we end off with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards. Oh, that card said definitely it wants to come out. I love this. Love this. So the first one is trust. Trust. Trust that the answers you're looking for are looking for you. Trust that the more you can set time and commitment and honor to your own inner guidance, that it will actually start to make itself known. And sometimes we can trust that things are coalescing and coming together in the best and right way, but we can't quite see it. It's so important to just trust and have a sense that our nature is always on track. You are in the right place at the right time, following the guidance, following the intentions, doing the things that you're called upon to do. Even if your head might have you think otherwise or is making up a story. All of this too it's about healing. So that question I said to you, how does this make me feel about me? If it makes you feel discombobulated or off track or derailed, then that's not very healing. So maybe it's a part to say, okay, I visited with this, I checked it out, I fell into it, but it's not for me. And sometimes, I've done this before too. Sometimes you may visit a paradigm or an idea or a technique or a technology or an idea or an ism, and you kind of check in, how does it make me feel about me? And you think, makes me feel a wee bit nervous, makes me feel a bit strange or weirded out. But, and there's a but, I feel like there's a reason or a time that it may suit. And so therefore you want to record that, make a note of it, and know that you can come back to it. Because it's about trust. If things resonate, but it just feels like it's just not quite the right time, or quite the right space to put this intention or this idea or this goal setting piece in, but there's something about it that resonates. Trust that. Because, like I say, maybe part of your inner wisdom is saying, yes, but not now. Yes, but soon. Yes, but it's in your vibration, but it's not quite all put together. I trust that makes sense. That's what that felt like. Okay, lovelies. Like I said, I'm going to finish up with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth, because that's really the whole driving aspect, inspiration of these sessions, is to help you liberate your inner truth. And it's always a becoming, it's a evolving, it's an evolution. So what feels right at a certain chapter, a certain phase or stage will shift and change. As we shift and change, our inner truth evolves and develops and becomes more and more. So that's what this is all about. So let's see what's going to wrap up our session today. And this is lovely. It's all I am calming. I am calming is a very beautiful energy to be sitting in while we trust and surrender to the beautiful guidance of this new moon in Virgo. So let me read this out to you. When I am calm, I manage my energy because I'm not burning myself out. I am able to give off soothing energy because I am calm. And one way I maintain this is by making time for relaxation. That's a beautiful way to help you also get in touch with the inspiration, the ideas, the pieces that you are looking for to set the best and most auspicious intentions as you move forward. I trust this serves you. I wish you a beautiful week ahead, and I'll be back again with you next Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.